Thank you for tuning in to DMarquis' Confessions of a CSPA Practicum Student. Our program consists of 4 segments where we will cover a semester of fun and dynamic learning. Let's not waste any time. Our first segment is David's Believe It or Not. What makes Illinois Wesleyan University unique, and what are the oddities of IWU? IWU has just over 2,000 students. They could all comfortably fit in Watterson Towers. While I always knew that the institution was of a smaller size than Illinois State, I truly always imagined more students were at the institution just down the road for years, and was shocked to discover how few students reside on the beautiful grounds of this institution. In addition to that, the office staffing is something to take note of as well. Colin and one part-time secretary oversee 2 buildings. They oversee the Office of Student Activities Leadership Programs, the Student Involvement Center, including all student organizations, and Student Senate. This is an insane amount of work and responsibilities, especially compared to the offices I'm used to at a large public institution. Finally, student staffing. There are programmers and crew plus Student Senate and Senate activities committees. So it's a little bit confusing. So understanding how the office utilizes student staff members took some time. It is a fairly unique environment in that there really is no programming body, but instead an office where students help create and run programs. All the students I worked with were student employees, though there were some volunteers, but the student employees were paid to help plan, organize, and implement campus programs. In addition, Student Center does do some programming, including the large concert this fall, which was 303, but it is relatively minimal in comparison to what the OSA does. All right, next up on the program, things I should have known and now do. First of all, international students. Well, we always discuss how important individualism is, but I have often overlooked international students, mainly due to my limited interactions with them. However, at IWU, I had the privilege to work with several. While their language skills were stellar, it was also apparent that using pop culture references or American idioms in my writings and conversations hindered their ability to understand what I was communicating. Taking a moment to think about how to best deliver messages so that everyone can understand is now something I do every day, even with traditional students here at Illinois State. The next piece of things I should have known, high achieving students. It goes without saying that students who are high achieving are likely to need a different type of support. But in a world where academics is king, getting students involved in a healthy manner is not always easy. Some students stay away from extracurricular activities altogether, but most are overlooked. Engaging students who are uninvolved is always a challenge, but offering a diverse array of programs that can appeal to individuals who simply need a break can help many of these students get in the door. Over-engaged students, however, need guidance in setting goals and priorities, managing time, and staying well. We were able to do some of this work through the FYLI program, or First Year Leadership Institute, which we'll talk about more. But more information needs to be provided throughout the college career for students at an institution where academics is such a prevalent part of their lives. Finally, things I should have known, space matters. I always thought of space as a secondary element or even a luxury in regard to programmatic space. However, where and how a program or event takes place matters a great deal. Seeing events in different locations throughout the semester highlighted how the location of events matters, and even forced us to start thinking about how we improve venues to be the most effective through our Hansen Student Center environmental study. All right, at this point, we're going to shoot over to the news desk for news and project updates. Work on the Registered Student Organization, or RSO, library will continue to grow after I am gone. Currently, resources are available which outline how to start an RSO, what I do before registering, or how to effectively recruit and how to retain members. Other news says in Peoria from November 7th through November 10th, the National Association of Campus Activities Regional Mid-America Conference went off without a hitch. IWU OSA brought 10 students and was awarded the Best Programming Organization of the Year award for a small institution. My presentation with Ashley DeMarquis on making the most of your involvement was successful, and my passive presentations on moving beyond stereotypes was also a success. The biggest takeaway from the conference, though, was men and masculinities. This is a brand new area of interest of mine, which I'll continue to explore and how males and their masculinity relates to their behavior on college campuses. Meanwhile, back at IWU, the Hansen Student Center Environmental Research Study was completed, the information being collected at 6 events throughout the semester. The main findings of this report included making performances more professional and helping along audience participation and interaction with one another through technology, better seating and pre-show preparations. Finally, the First Year Leadership Institute, or FYLI, had another successful semester according to the FILA assessment that was completed. The positive report was generated for sessions offering some ways to improve sessions, including room setup and preparation, as well as creating more interactive presentations. Information on the newly created mentor program is still to come for FILA. All right, well, moving away from the newsroom, our final segment welcomes in the holiday season with the presentation of my wish list. After my work at IWU, I found that all I want for Christmas is some student affairs skills. These skills include more student-centered experience. Hansen was simply amazing. I am now looking into a career within student-centered management and have started to move into that field through interest in research as well as the job search. I also am looking for more advising skills for student organizations and programs. The taste of advisement from helping our group at NACA and throughout the semester at programs has really sparked my interest in advising, but I know that I need to learn how to be a better advisor, managing without dictating and assisting without controlling in particular are challenges that I am working hard to overcome. And finally, better organizational skills. Through a botched launch of the mentor program at our first FILA meeting, I realized that my preparation organizational skills definitely still need work. And those skills hopefully can start to be improved. Already through that program, I had an opportunity to revamp and revise what I was doing, and hopefully recovered nicely. All right, Dave's final thoughts. It's been an incredibly busy and stressful semester, yet in many ways, I'm sad to see it end. I have learned a lot about student activities at IWU, but I've also learned a great deal about myself. What some of my strengths are, as well as what some skills need improvement. I have started to see which areas of student affairs I really care to pursue, and I've even started to search out how to do this. I want to say thank you to Colin Stewart at IWU, thank you to my fellow CSPA Practicum student in the office, Ashley DMarquis, and thank you to Dr. Patterson. Our classes have truly been engaging and fascinating. I just wish everyone listening a happy holidays and a great winter break. Good night. Thank you.